Ah, my fellow Sigma INFJs, gather around. For I have a tale that rings as true as our favorite introspective playlists and as mysterious as our sudden disappearances during social gatherings. You know who you are, the ones who've mastered the art of the thoughtful gaze, the silent nod, and that inner monologue that sometimes thinks, did I leave the stove on, or is it just my existential dread? You've likely felt like a rare unicorn in a field of, well, let's say, more expressive animals. It's as if everyone's out there shouting, "Look at me," while we're over here whispering, "But have you ever truly listened to the wind?" We've got layers, like a complicated cake that everyone wants a slice of but can't quite figure out how to cut. Now, on to the matter at hand, our occasional disappearing acts. Remember those times when you're at a gathering, and someone you vaguely remember from your third-grade art class corners you for a 30-minute chat about their pet iguana's dietary preferences? Yeah, we've all been there. Our brains are already on overdrive, analyzing the universe's complexities. Sometimes, we just need a break from the iguana tales. Buckle up, because we're diving into the quirks of our selective social radar, share insights and reasons on why Sigma INFJs ignore or ghost people. Authenticity. Over awkwardness. Imagine finding yourself in the midst of a conversation, the words flowing around you like a gentle stream, but the substance? About as deep as that puddle you once jumped in during a summer rain. You're there, nodding along, but internally, there's a storm brewing. Your mind is sending up flares, sounding alarms, and urging you to find the nearest exit. That's the Sigma INFJ experience encapsulated. We have this innate ability to detect authenticity. And it's not just about words. It's about the energy behind them. While many might relish in the rehearsed back and forths of social pleasantries, we find ourselves yearning for more. We're on a constant quest for genuine connections, conversations that peel back layers, and interactions that resonate on a deeper, more meaningful level. You see, for us, conversations are not just exchanges of words. They're exchanges of energies, emotions, and essences. We're not in it for the surface-level banter or the rehearsed chuckles. Instead, we crave the raw, the real, the unfiltered. Give us a heartfelt confession over a scripted compliment any day. Let's talk about dreams, fears, passions, and everything in between. But spare us the small talk that feels more like a stage performance than a genuine exchange. In a world where many wear masks, we seek faces that reveal. We want to see the glint in your eye when you're passionate, hear the authenticity in your laughter when it's genuine, and feel the sincerity in your words when they come from the heart. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation with a Sigma INFJ and notice them drifting away, it's not you, it's the craving for that genuine connection. And if you ever wonder what to say to captivate them, just be yourself. After all, authenticity speaks louder than any rehearsed line ever could. Energy. It's not just for batteries. Imagine, if you will, walking through a vast field, each blade of grass representing an emotion or energy. As a Sigma INFJ, you're not just walking, you're absorbing. It's as if you're a human sponge, soaking up every emotion, every vibe, every energy that surrounds you. You're an emotional connoisseur of sorts, discerning between the subtlest of feelings, sifting through the myriad of energies that come your way. But let's delve deeper into this metaphorical field. Just as not every patch of grass is lush and green, not every energy you encounter is positive or uplifting. There are patches, dark and overcast, where the energy feels heavy, suffocating, and draining. These are the rain clouds in our emotional landscape. And while a brief encounter might not faze us, lingering too long in such a space can dim our internal light. This is where the analogy of emotional solar panels comes into play. Much like how solar panels absorb sunlight to generate energy, we absorb emotions and energies from our surroundings. However, just as solar panels require sunlight and can be overwhelmed by excessive rain, we, too, have our limits. Being around perpetual negativity isn't just uncomfortable. It's like being stuck in a cycle of never-ending storms. And while we might weather a few drops or even a passing shower, consistent exposure can deplete our emotional reserves. It's not a matter of being overly sensitive or aloof. It's about self-preservation. Seeking sunshine elsewhere isn't an act of avoidance. It's a necessity. We're not retreating because we think we're superior or because we don't care. On the contrary, it's because we care deeply. We care about our well-being, our mental health, and our ability to shine brightly in this world. So, the next time you see a Sigma INFJ taking a step back or seeking solitude after being immersed in a particularly challenging environment, understand that it's a form of recharging. It's them ensuring that their internal light, that radiant energy they bring into the world, remains undimmed and resilient. The sixth sense, or maybe the seventh. There's an uncanny sensation that occasionally sweeps over us Sigma INFJs, a feeling that's difficult to put into words but impossible to ignore. You might liken it to that fleeting moment when the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, or when a shiver runs down your spine for no apparent reason. It's our intuition, that innate ability to sense, perceive, and understand without the need for conscious reasoning. For many of us, this intuitive faculty operates on a level that's almost surreal. It's like having a built-in radar system, constantly scanning our surroundings, picking up on nuances, subtleties, and energies that might elude others. And while some might chalk it up to mere coincidence or overthinking, for us, it's as tangible as the ground beneath our feet. Consider this. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt a shift in the atmosphere? Maybe the conversation paused abruptly, or perhaps there was an unspoken tension lingering in the air. While others might shrug it off or attribute it to external factors, we Sigma INFJs delve deeper. We're not just observers, we're interpreters of the unspoken, the unseen, and the unfelt. Our intuition isn't just a fleeting sensation, it's a guiding force, a compass that helps navigate the intricate landscapes of human interactions and relationships. When we sense something's amiss, it's akin to a warning signal flashing brightly in our minds. It's our internal alarm system, prompting us to pause, reflect, and assess the situation at hand. And let's talk about relationships, those intricate dance floors of emotions, expectations, and vulnerabilities. For us, the dynamics within relationships are magnified, each interaction echoing with layers of meaning. If our intuition nudges us, suggesting a discord or imbalance, we heed its call. It's not about paranoia or distrust, it's about honoring our inner wisdom, that innate understanding of what aligns with our authentic selves. In essence, our intuition is both a gift and a responsibility. It's a gift because it offers insights, foresight, and clarity. It's a responsibility because it requires us to listen, to trust, and to act upon its guidance. So, the next time you witness a Sigma INFJ pausing, reflecting, or acting on a hunch, know that it's their intuition at work, that silent yet powerful force guiding their journey through life's intricate tapestry. Boundaries, not just for maps. Imagine a world where everyone has a personal space around them, like an invisible bubble. This space is our comfort zone, where we feel safe, understood, and at ease. Just like how you wouldn't want someone constantly invading your personal bubble, we, as Sigma INFJs, have our own boundaries that we cherish and protect. Now think of these boundaries as our own set of rules or guidelines. They're not rigid walls, but flexible lines that help us navigate life. These boundaries are shaped by our experiences, values, and what we hold dear to our hearts. So, when you see us taking a step back or choosing to distance ourselves, it's not because we're trying to be distant or cold. It's simply our way of safeguarding our emotional and mental well-being. If something or someone doesn't align with our values or aspirations, it's like a signal for us to pause and reevaluate. Think of it as a "do not disturb" sign on a hotel door. It doesn't mean the room inside is empty or unwelcoming. It simply indicates that at that moment, the occupant needs some space, some time to themselves. In essence, our boundaries are our way of ensuring that we remain true to ourselves, honoring our feelings, needs, and aspirations. And just as we respect the boundaries of others, we hope for understanding and respect in return for ours. Look, We get it. Ghosting, or its milder cousin, selective interaction, can sting. But here's the thing. We're not out here collecting enemies or aiming to hurt feelings. If anything, our silence is our way of saying, let's keep the peace. If we've missed the mark, let's chat. Clear communication, as they say, is the best life hack. That being said, to my fellow Sigma INFJs, rock on with your introspective selves. Own your depth, your intuition, and that uncanny ability to vanish into thin air, socially speaking, and do it unapologetically. And for those left scratching their heads post-ignore, let's chat. There's always room for understanding over a cup of tea, or coffee, no judgment. Stay true, stay real, stay introspective. Remember, it's not you. Sometimes it's just our need for a mental recharge. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.